Peace and love, peace and love. This is Yari, and this video is about the Venus and Scorpio transit. So with Venus and Scorpio, this is going to be bringing in all of our money, our finances, our materials, and all of the things that we own, and it's going to take them into a deeper part of our lives where we might need to have more control in our life. The alignment is going to be with us having control. This brings the pleasure of replenishing everything that we had, and also putting us on solid ground and putting us in really good shores when it comes to our dealings with our materials, putting everything in a very secure and safe place because of the time we took, and because we're also being able to be put back together with things or with people that we've lost. So things that were buried, or things or people from the past, may be coming back, or like I say, things that we are owed. All right, so this is a time where a lot of things that might be coming through our benefit, but this goes back to what have we been doing, and in our shadows, what have we been saving, okay, and where have we been taking our time and being wise with the things that we have. This is going to give us time to, I would say, reunite with the things or people that we've lost because of the wisdom and the time we've taken and the value we have in our own time, our money, and our energy. Venus and Scorpio is also saying we want to check out all of our insecurities. This can dip into a lot of insecure moments for a lot of relationships, with our jobs, and also goes back to our finances, our materials. This can be a lot of insecure moments for a lot of people, wherever you haven't been, like I say, taking your time and going the speed limit. The sun being in Virgo gives you a lot of time to go the speed limit and pay attention to the areas where you haven't been always responsible. Where you haven't been responsible is where you're going to fall at, and where things can be very complicated with this Venus and Scorpio. So wherever you have hidden things going on, and wherever things need to be brought to the surface, that is something that needs to be taking place in our relationships, and like I say, jobs, all of that. Secrets and all of those things, and things we've pushed down, can be brought back up, okay? And those things can keep us, I would say, further in debt, or I would say putting those things to the front can also bring us into a good, comfortable position, like I say, to where we can get back what we're owed. Wherever we were in debt, now we're getting back our credit, and we're up in the ante in a lot of different areas because we put in the work. So you want to think about this Pluto retrograde. Unfinished business with relationships, opportunities, people in places of wealth that will invest in you, people in places of wealth that will take you serious wherever you are putting in that work. So the boundaries are everything, and lack of those things are going to be where you have the turbulence. And so think about being deep at sea right now and out to sea, and where it can get really dark. You're going to be finding your light through, like I say, your day-to-day routine with that sun in Virgo. This is 60 degrees away from, and it holds very much tight hands with Scorpio. So with Venus and the sun right now, they're not too far from making a lot of good moves together, I would say, okay? And so they can do a lot of different things, and they can, I would even say, restore a lot in your area. So this is talking about health, where areas where a lot of people might need surgery. This is talking about your money, where we really need surgery in this area, and we need to go beneath the surface and fix things. Our emotions, areas where a lot of people might be needing therapy, therapeutic services, counseling, spiritual help, energy work, things like that. This is a time where Venus and Scorpio is really going to be working. Because Venus and Scorpio is considered a detriment, this is why this can be a tight time. So you have a lot of people holding on tight. And so the job, the money, the relationships, people might be a little bit more possessive. Like I say, the insecurity is in wherever they haven't had control, wherever they haven't mended things, fixed things, healed things. This is where a lot of people are going to be tiptoeing around things and worried about things not going right and going in their favor. The more secure you are, the more value you have, the more you pay attention to your valuables, your money, your breathing, everything that is yours, the more control you have, the more, like I say, you have time to fix things. And also, the more you have time to use your energy in a sexual way. This is also talking about the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. And so a lot more energy will be hitting here. And when you're aligned, and when you have proper balance to all of your chakras. This can be towards your desires and really manifesting in a sexual way. A lot of people might see their sexual energy really increase. A lot of people might see their energy decrease based off of their circumstances and their environment. And so this goes back to the detriment. It can be a detriment based off of what's already going on and based off of your Virgo season and your Leo season, to be honest. So when Venus was in these other places and these other signs, how you utilize it, what was going on, the circumstances, and people you're connected to also has a lot to do with now where it is in the current position. And so when the Venus was coming out of Libra, a lot of people might have been experiencing really good relationships, may have started relationships, initiated jobs, all of those things, new clients, new ways of getting money, and that's great. And so now this is going to be putting you in a position to take things more serious and really get more involved with it, people and things. If not, okay, if you were dealing with the shadow work of that Venus in Libra, then this Venus in Scorpio can, like I say, you're going to see the detriment and why we can call it that and why it can be an uncomfortable position for you, for your health, for your mind, for your spirit. And so a lot of people might need to transmute a lot of different things in order to really see the glory that Venus has promised us during this transit, okay? There can still be glory, there can still be beautiful things, which is why your birth chart aligns with this and what's going on in your birth placements. But also, like I said, your progressional chart, what's going on right now has a lot to do with why we all are experiencing things in different degrees and in different ways. All right. And so you never want to look on somebody else's paper. You never want to think somebody is doing better than you in life right now, which is why we all have different seasons. Okay. Everything happens in different seasons. And so, you know, what might be working for somebody else at a different time in their life, your season is coming. Think about it like a crop, which is why we're all different signs. We all grow and we all, you know, come to in different ways and at different times in our lives. All right. This Venus in Scorpio can be a beautiful time, I would say, when it comes to really learning the way you go about your money. And so the loss is also what gives you your gain. What you've lost, what was completely destroyed, what completely is just not in your hands anymore. It gives you a good point to get back to your zero. And the zero sometimes is the best place to be when it comes to starting over in your life. At least it's, you're not in the negative. So being at your zero at least gets you back to the positive and gives you at least your first step at that one to get where you need to be. So that's why I say that balancing yourself out, which is what Libra was doing, will now help you to gain control and, like I say, use what you have and use that something from nothing. What that Scorpio does is using anything. I mean, they know how to turn anything out of nothing. And so you really want to be able to use the energy right now. And you can see what this does for you and how this benefits you before Venus even gets into Sagittarius. And you'll see why. You'll see why. If Venus in Scorpio is a birth chart placement, then you'll see a lot of things really come into fruition as far as your birth chart. If you're in a current relationship, you know, this is a time where you might be having some trying times, but also this is a time where this is a good test to your relationship to let you know if you're with the right person in the right place at the right time. So you need these trying times to see how secure your relationship is. If you are single and Venus in Scorpio is a birth chart placement, this is a time where you might need to be learning a little bit more about yourself and also really gaining control as far as places that you needed healing. So this is a time for you to really restore yourself so you can be prepared for when Venus goes into Sagittarius. But being single right now, depending on the past, I would say 3 to 4 months of your life, this might be a time where spending time alone, specifically if you have it in the first house, if you have Scorpio in the 7th house, if you have Scorpio in the 5th house, these are places where you really want to kind of pull back a little bit unless you are happily and involved in a relationship right now with somebody and everything is going beautiful. Even if things are going beautiful, you want to pay attention to things that are going to rock the boat. This transit is going to rock the boat in any situation that you think you're safe in right now. business, personal, all of that. So think about that. Your job, even school, all of those things, anywhere where you're making payments, anywhere where you are on a payment plan or anything like that, you want to make sure that you're thinking ahead. You want to make sure you can get around this curve that's about to take place, okay? Peace and love, you guys. Reach out to me for your personal sessions.